It hurts. It hurts deciding. This is like deciding what child is your favorite. I don't have kids, but this is what I assume deciding favorites is like. Hi, it's Abby. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So I had 3 different people today tag me in one photo, and that photo was of a bracket. It is March, and March Madness is going on, so everyone's filling out their basketball brackets, but everyone's like, Abby, this is a bracket that you can handle. I'm not a sports person, but I am a Disney person, and this Disney Pixar bracket has been making the rounds on the internet. It's basically pitting some Disney classics up against some Pixar classics. So we are going to fill this bracket out together. I'm gonna give you the logic behind why I think the winner is the best Disney movie. We will be starting on the left side of the bracket. These are the Disney classics that they have listed, and I feel like this is gonna be a really hard bracket for me to fill out. First one, Lion King versus Tarzan. I think I'm gonna have to go Lion King over Tarzan because I actually wore through my Lion King VHS. I did not wear through my Tarzan one as a child, so we're gonna go Lion King. Princess and the Frog or Lilo and Stitch. Tiana is one of my favorite princesses. I think she's amazing, but I've always wanted a dog like Stitch, so I'm gonna go Lilo and Stitch. Also, Lilo and Stitch was the very first soundtrack I ever owned. It was a CD that looked like a record. It was so good. I wonder if I still have that. Next up, Tangled versus Big Hero 6. This is probably the easiest one that I have to answer today because I have a Tangled tattoo. How can I say no to Tangled? Here we go. Frozen versus Moana. So me and my friends used to just blast the Frozen soundtrack. That was like the soundtrack to our senior year. All we would listen to was Frozen. But Moana made me cry. Like in the theater, I went alone to see it and I cried into my popcorn like, ugh. We're going Moana. Another really tough one. Aladdin or Hercules? What? Are you kidding me? We're going Hercules because if I think too much about it, I will sit here all night. Little Mermaid or Pocahontas? I'm going Little Mermaid because I once dyed my hair red just so I could look like Ariel. Mulan or Zootopia? One of the first memes I saw when I woke up this morning was Mulan, but I also watched Zootopia while I was eating supper. We're gonna go Zootopia. That one's one of them where it's not really a fair comparison because Mulan was one of like the 90s great Disney movies and Zootopia is relatively new, so I don't think it's fair to put those head to head, but I didn't make the bracket, I'm just filling it out. And the last one, super easy, Beauty and the Beast or Nightmare Before Christmas. Beauty and the Beast. That side's done. Moving on to Pixar. First up, on the Pixar side, Up versus Brave. Okay, I love Doug from Up, but I really like Brave. I really love the storyline of Brave, so we're going Brave. Toy Story or Toy Story 2? See, this is an accurate comparison. We're going Toy Story, the original. Coco or Cars 2? Coco, no contest. Toy Story 3 or The Good Dinosaur? I'm gonna be honest, I have never been a big fan of the Toy Story franchise because it came out when I was really little and the baby with the spider legs terrified me. I had nightmares. I watched Toy Story for the first time as an adult like a month ago, and I'm finally not scared of it. We're going Good Dinosaur. Why do they do this to me? The next one is Ratatouille or A Bug's Life. I remember being little and I got a Bug's Life sleeping bag for Christmas one year, and it was the best thing ever. It was like this bright yellow and then Princess Ada was on it. Oh, it was amazing. We'll go Bug's Life. Finding Nemo or Inside Out? This is basically choosing between Ellen DeGeneres and Amy Poehler. We'll go Nemo because it's way more quotable. Monsters, Inc. or Cars? I love them both. I loved Monsters University more than I love Monsters, Inc., and that one's not on this list, so we are gonna go Cars. This last one's actually pretty simple. Incredibles or WALL-E? I'm going Incredibles. Okay, let's do the second round now. So up first in the second round, starting off with a really tough one, Lion King or Lilo and Stitch? I feel like Lilo and Stitch is a more unique storyline. Lion King was Hamlet, just with animals. I am going Lilo and Stitch. I'm so sorry, Timon and Pumbaa. Tangled or Moana? This is the toughest bracket I have ever filled out. We're going Tangled. I didn't get a sun tattooed on my back for nothing. Hercules or The Little Mermaid? I'm going Hercules because I think Hercules is funnier than The Little Mermaid. Zootopia or Beauty and the Beast? Beauty and the Beast because it stood the test of time. Zootopia is still relatively new. tale as old as time. Okay, moving on to the Pixar side for round 2, we are at Brave versus Toy Story. Referring back to my child trauma from Toy Story, I'm going Brave. Coco or The Good Dinosaur? Coco, man. Bug's Life or Finding Nemo? I'm being forced to choose between my childhood. We're going Nemo again for quotability. And Cars or The Incredibles for the last one. Oh God. We're going Cars. Here is how we are looking after the second round. Round 3. I feel like it should get easier as it goes on, but I've never had to narrow down my favorite Disney movie ever before. I've always just decided what my favorite movie was based on what my mood was. Lilo and Stitch versus Tangled. We're gonna come back to that one. Hercules or Beauty and the Beast? Hercules. It's just so funny. Like, every time I watch Hercules, I feel like I notice a different adult joke that I missed as a child. Also, I've always wanted a Pegasus of my own. Brave or Coco? Brave has been out longer. Coco. It was just so colorful and fun and I cried. Finding Nemo or Cars? I actually had Finding Nemo on my iPod Nano, like that really thin blue one. Oh my gosh, I watched it over and over and over. And we are back to Lilo and Stitch versus Tangled. We're going Tangled. Mandy Moore crushed it as Rapunzel. Final 4 are Tangled, Hercules, Coco, and Nemo. Oh gosh, how am I gonna decide? At this point, I almost feel like just flipping a coin to determine which one's the winner because deciding physically hurts. Coco versus Nemo, that one's a no-brainer because Nemo has been around forever and everyone loves it. Coco, there's still a lot of people who haven't seen it. Tangled versus Hercules. Tangled versus Hercules. I waited in line 2 hours at Disneyland Paris to meet Rapunzel. We are going Tangled. I did not wait it out for nothing. And the final round. Tangled versus Finding Nemo. I know people probably will not agree with me on this, but I'm going Tangled. That's the winner. That is the winner of my Disney bracket. There it is in all of its glory. My friends are right. This is something I can fill out. This must be how much thought people put into their actual NCAA tournament bracket. For that, I just choose whoever has the cooler name. For this is coming from the heart. My little Mickey Mouse ear-covered heart. So I also thought it would be fun to have my boyfriend fill out a bracket to see kind of what his thought process was on things. I don't know if he put in as much time as I did because obviously I really care about Disney a lot. He likes it, not as much as me, but it's rare to find that kind of person. Smart man picking Tangled. He actually had Frozen beat Tangled. I did not know he liked Frozen that much. His final 4 were Lion King, Aladdin, Toy Story, and The Incredibles. Wow, we didn't have any similar ones in the final 4. He had Lion King winning it all though. Not a bad bracket. Honestly, it depends on the day. The way I filled it out could have been different an hour from now, an hour before now. I just love Disney and I love all things Disney and I love that this bracket is making its rounds on the internet. If you filled one out for yourself, I'd love to know who you had winning it all. Leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe.